Today we are going to be using a 5mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors, and some 4-ply yarn by Red Heart. Here it says it calls for a 5.5mm crochet hook, but a 5 is good as well. You see the instructions, the care instructions on the label as well. Okay, so we're going to start out by creating a slip knot. Remember to hold with your bottom 3 fingers and wrap over twice. Then use your middle finger to create that tension. Pull the front over the back, the new front over the back, and pull the new front off your finger to create the slip knot. Okay, we are going to start round 1 by chaining 5 and doing a slip stitch to join. So 3, 4, and then 5. And then you want to go into the first chain while holding it so it doesn't collapse, and slipping through to join it. You want to keep your finger there so you don't lose that hole. Then you want to chain up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then you want to go ahead and do a double crochet. We're actually going to do 3 double crochet first inside of the hole or the space. Sorry about that. And wrap yarn over and pull through. So that's your first double crochet. Second, you're going to double yarn over, pull over, pull it through for 3 loops, and there's your second double crochet. That extra string, you can just, that piece of yarn, you can just crochet over it so to hide. And there's your third double crochet. And now we're going to chain 2. And do 3 more double crochet in the same hole. There's your second double crochet. And your third double crochet. Okay, and now we're going to create our third side, and so 2 chains, 1, 2, and 3 double crochet right in the middle. So 1 and 2, and 3, and now we are going to chain 2 again before we do our final side. So 1 and 2, and now this time we are going to do 2 double crochet and do a slip stitch to join, in that initial 5 chains. So here's our first double crochet. And our second double crochet. Okay, and now we're going to go into our third chain to join. We're going to do a slip stitch. So 1, 2, 3. I try to get both loops on there. Get through both loops. So you want to just pull through that first one and then pull through. Yarn over and pull through. So that's 1, 2. We're going to chain up 5 to start row 2. So then that's 3, 4, and 5. So now you have your first row. Looks a little bit funny, but more like a circle right now, but it'll start to look like a square soon. And see, you have 4 total chain spaces, and those are the spaces that we're going to be working in. So you want to start doing your 3 double crochet in the first chain 2 space. So there's your first one. Second double crochet. And third double crochet. Yarn over and pull through. Chain 1. That's a chain 1 space. And so we're going to do 3 more double crochet in the next chain 2 space. So 1, 2, and 3. And now since this is a corner space, we are going to do 2 chains, and we're going to do 3 double crochet in the same chain 2 space. So chain 1 and chain 2. Now we'll work our 3 double crochets in the same space. So 1, 3. And now we are going to chain 1. This is going to count as a space. So 1 double crochet, 2, and 3. One, 2, and then double crochet. We're going to do 3 double crochet in the same stitch since it is a corner stitch. And then we are going to chain 1 and 3 double crochet in the next chain 2 space. corner space, so we're going to do chain 2 and 3 double crochet in the same chain 2 space. Okay, we're gonna, this is our last space, so we're gonna actually go underneath this whole space into where my finger is pointing. It looks funny, but that is the way that it goes. So chain 1, and then we're gonna do 2 double crochet right underneath that space and come up. So 1 double crochet, and then we're gonna do a second double crochet. And then we are going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain. So 1, 2, and 3. Into the 3rd chain. Yarn over and pull through, and pull through again. And then we are going to chain up 5 to start the next row, which will be row 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I apologize about the camera refocusing. Okay, so now we see it's starting to look like a square. And there are, on each side, there will be 3 spaces. Okay, so now we are going to do our first 3 double crochet. So 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to chain 1 and go into this chain 1 space and do 3 double crochet. So there's your first double crochet, second double crochet, and third. Then we are going to chain 1 and go into the chain 2 space and do 3 double crochet. We're going to chain 2 and then do 3 more in the same space. So 1, because this is a corner, 2, and 3. Chain 2 and then sorry about that, my phone kept going off. Okay, and now we're going to do 3 double crochet in the same chain 2 space. and then you're going to chain 1 and go into the chain 1 space and do 3 double crochet. Okay, chain 1 and then go into this chain 2 space and chain 3 double crochet, chain 2 after this 3rd double crochet, and 3 more double crochet in the same space. And then you're going to chain 1 and do 3 double crochet in the chain 1 space. And now we're going to do 3 double crochet in the chain 2 space, chain 2, and do 3 double crochet in the same chain 2 space. Hopefully you're starting to get the hang of this by now. This is going to be repeated for anytime you do a granny square. Okay, so then you chain 2 and then 3 double crochet in the same space. You can continue doing this. You can cut off and attach your granny squares. It's really up to you. At the end, I will show you my first granny square project. Okay, and then chain 1. And 3 double crochet in the chain 1 space. And now we're at the last piece. We're going to do our 2 double crochet where my finger just was. So chain 1 and 2 double crochet. And we are going to join into the 3rd stitch of the chain 5. Yarn over and pull through, and then simply pull through for a slip stitch and chain up 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I apologize about that being off screen. But this is going to be the start of row 4. I'm going to do the first part of this row with you, and then I will meet you at the end. So I'm just counting. Since we're starting row 4, there should be 4 chain spaces on each side of the square. Okay, now as we're starting row 4, we are going to there's 2 chain 2 spaces and 2 chain 1 spaces, and there will be, so we're going to do 3 double crochet in this one, I'm going to chain 1, and 3 double crochet in the chain 2 space, chain 1 space, I mean. Okay, chain 1 and 3 double crochet in the next chain 1 space. Chain 1, and then we are going to do our corner space where we do 3 double crochet, same as before. So 1, 2, and 3, 4, 3, and then we're going to chain 2 and 1, 2, and 3 double crochet in the same chain 2 space, 1, 2, 3, okay, and you are going to chain 1 and continue the same way all the way around. So chain 1, do 3 double crochet, chain 1, 3 double crochet, chain 1, and then 3 double crochet in the same 3 double crochet, chain 2 into the sides. So that's a chain 1 space. Those are chain 1 spaces, and that's a chain 2 space where you do the 3 double crochet, 2 chains, and 3 double crochet in the same space. So I will allow you to work on that. You can pause it here, and we will meet each other at the end. Okay, so now we are at the end of row 4, where we will stop for today. You can continue if you like, if you've gotten the pattern down pat. So again, you chain 1, and you're going to double crochet into that space, yarn over and pull through, so you have your 1, and then second double crochet, and then we are going to, just as the others, we are going to slip stitch into the 3rd chain of the chain 5 and slip through. And so we're going to end here. Again, you can continue if you'd like to make whatever it is that you need to make, and you just pull out after you cut your string, and depending on what you want to do with it, you can continue. Some people make a bunch of small ones of these and then sew it together to make a big blanket. What I did when I made my blanket was I just kept going. So there you go. Thanks for watching.